Hey everybody,
Hey guys.
we're live, just waiting for the notification to come through.
Yep.
Let's get closer.
What?
That's all enough.
Your phone? Oh. I'll tell you. There it is.
Did you get it?
Yeah, it's not working, but I got it. There it is.
There. Okay. Oh, cute.
Ed says loud and clear. So
Good deal.
scroll up and
I'll start at the top.
yeah.
There's Shelly. Shelly said hi.
Hello.
Hey there.
Hi.
And Connie Shea said, hello, Grounds Family Farm. Just waiting on your live. Hope all are well. We're doing pretty good. How are you? Tina said, hello, Kevin, Kimberly, Abby, and Izzy.
Hello. Hello.
There's Joe Taylor said hi.
Hey Joe.
Hi.
AJ said, hope you got those predators.
Not yet.
Huh?
Working on it.
Yeah, not yet, unfortunately.
Let's see. Helen said, hello, Kevin, Kimberly, Abby, and Izzy.
Hello.
Hello.
There's,
Eric Smith.
yep, happy Thursday from Pensacola.
Oh, yeah.
And there's Neil said, hey, Kevin, Kimberly, Izzy, and Dr. Abby. I'm back for some more Abbiness Smile Therapy. She's got her helper again today. That's scary. Lynn said, hi, all.
Hey Lynn.
Let's see. One Scott said, hi, Kevin, Kimberly, Abby, and Izzy.
Hello there.
Martha said, good evening from Hinton, Oklahoma.
Hey Martha.
We already read about it, that Ed said loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Jacob Jones.
Good evening.
Catherine said, good evening from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Good evening.
No, I know.
Here's Reba.
Hey, Reba.
Hello.
Hello, did you fall down?
Hmm.
I don't know.
What?
Did I already? Yep, and hello, AJ. And Pam said, hello, Abby and Izzy.
Hey. Hello. Hello.
Debbie said, hey there.
Hello.
Hey Debbie.
Jacob said, evening.
Evening.
Mike Ray said, hi there. How are you doing tonight?
Hi.
We're doing pretty good. Just running a few minutes late because we were in a rush trying to get things done because I had to run some errands and was a little bit later getting back than what we thought and had a slight disaster, but not bad.
Yep.
There's Jennifer says, howdy y'all.
Hey there.
Oh, Lindley says hi to y'all.
Hi.
That was so weird.
There's Momo. She said, hi, Abigail, Isabel, Kevin, and Kimberly.
Hi.
Lenny said, hey, Grounds family.
Hello. Hi. Good evening. And
Pam said, hey.
Hey.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to cut it
Reba
out.
said, hi, girls.
Or it's going to be bedtime.
Hi.
And there's Mimi said, hey, sweet girls, Kevin and Kimberly.
Hi.
I don't know what this is again tonight. Lynn said she felt so bad when she saw that video.
Yeah. We'll get into that a little bit later, but
Yeah, it was.
that was rough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Carol said, hi from Wisconsin.
Hello.
Edward said, good evening, Kevin, Kim, Abby, and Izzy. How is your little chicken coop going?
What little chicken coop?
Good evening.
Good evening. Pam said, girls, you have cute jammies again tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Deborah said, hi, girls. How's the pig wrangling going?
you. Good. Hi.
Abby, how's
Okay.
training Lulu
Yeah.
going?
How's it going?
And Turning Lily is doing amazing.
Yeah, she's finally starting to listen a little bit better, isn't
She's
she?
getting better. Having the area up here where they could work with a little easier because they can just go out there and not have to worry about them getting away has made a big
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
Lulu still has a little bit of a head thing, so I'm wondering if it might not be neurological because the vet gave her the shot. We put some drops in her ear.
Mhm.
We may try one more shot to see, but
Lulu.
I'm thinking that maybe it's neurological
Yeah.
What's that?
because we looked it up, something with her brain or nerves. Because we looked it up, and there are conditions that pigs can get that happens to, and so it's very possible, especially if they were heavily line bred for show pigs, that may be a little too close of a family tree there. Don't know that, but
I'm still
Yeah.
showing her though.
oh yeah, you'll still show her. She just
Yeah, she'll be
might shake her
fine.
head a little funny.
Yep. Lillian said, hi, Abby and Izzy, Kimberly and Kevin.
Hello there.
Hi.
Helen said, hi, Kevin, Kimberly, Abby, and Izzy. Hope you are having a great night.
Hi. Hello.
Michael Ray said, hey, Kevin, you didn't lose any more animals lately. I guess that's a question.
I don't know.
Easy.
Dean said, I'm just hanging around. There's Granddad said, hello, little ladies and grown-ups too.
Hello.
Tina asked, how was school today?
Is that something on the screen right
Good.
there? Can you like that?
I can't see it.
Just swipe
There's a
right there
little
where the mouse is. No, your finger.
Okay.
I can't tell if it's something on the lens or just on. Okay, no, it's just on our screen. Okay,
Okay.
little line. I
Okay.
don't know if this piece of pencil
I
or what,
couldn't even
but
see
I
it.
can tell if it was on the screen where everybody could see, or if it was just right there. Sorry about that.
Okay, Tina had asked how school was today. Today is actually their break day. Because we do some schoolwork on the weekends.
Their school week kind of rotates with my work
Yeah.
schedule, so whenever I'm at work, they usually do school, and so right now I'm at work on the weekends. So they've been doing school on Saturday and Sunday.
And I'm learning
Yeah.
fractions.
Yep, learning
Yep.
fractions. But let's see. Yeah, because they'll and sometimes they'll double up on the weekends too, since they have since they have all day to do it, and then that way our other days they're just kind of their weekend is kind of in the middle of the week.
Yep.
Sometimes.
Lynn said, Izzy, are you okay or just silly? Just silly. Pam said, upstate New York in the house. Neil said, thank you for the wonderful smiles, girls.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, Connie said they had more people absent from church last night than were there. That's stuff going around.
Yeah, I think it's going around everywhere again.
Michael said, how are the girls doing with the pigs now?
Good. Good. Yeah.
Making steady progress.
Yeah, like I said, the show is getting here pretty quick, so I don't know how well it's going to go. I don't think we'll have a complete runaway, but when you get them out around a bunch of other people and stuff that they don't know, who knows what'll happen.
Yeah.
It'll be a new area and new thing for them, so we're just going to have to see. So once we get them there and check in, they're going to do a lot of practice up there in the actual ring just to make sure that
I'm sure
they
it'll.
the pigs are familiar with that area and don't have a runaway there.
I'm sure it'll go good. Let's
Yeah.
hope.
I heard Reba's comment was in reference to them waiting on us.
No. Gotcha.
Lynn said, "Is everything okay?"
Yes.
Yeah, we were having technical difficulties on our screen. Retha said, "Good evening, grounds family crew." What do you need? No, right now.
Hey, seekers don't make friends.
There's Old Pecan Homestead.
Hey there.
Pam Hamblin said, "Howdy, girls."
Howdy.
Jessica said, "Lindley said she misses y'all and is ready to see y'all soon."
Yep, we need to plan something sometime.
Mhm.
Lindley. That's what she just said.
Lenny said, "How are you sweet girls doing?"
Good. Yeah.
Okay,
Is
chill.
that's enough.
Or you're going straight to bed.
I have to have the accent.
What accent?
What accent?
Hello.
Don't know what that is.
Korean accent.
Um, Patty said, "Good evening, sweet family." Hey there.
I've lost our spot. Okay, there we go.
Maxine said, "Hello to the grounds family from Rolla, Missouri."
Hello. Thanks for joining us.
Helen said, "Hi from Upper Michigan." Old Pecan said, "I like how you guys raise the pigs muddy like they're supposed to be, not inside a 5x5 pen in a barn."
Yeah. Which that's one thing on part of it we're gonna have to get them used to baths. I mean,
Yeah.
we spray them down and everything, but actually getting in there, scrubbing them clean, and then we're gonna have to
Shave them.
too.
It's gonna be crazy.
Maybe a fun experience.
Hopefully not too bad.
We'll try to film that because I bet that'll be interesting.
We need to try to do it ahead of time. That
Yeah.
way.
I'm going to attempt if the girls and I can do it, then we might attempt it this weekend. If we can't do it ourselves, then we may have to wait till an evening, but we're gonna see. Neil said, "You do realize that Abby and Izzy don't need you for the lives, right? They have the silly entertainment all worked out."
Yeah. That was a little too silly.
Pam said, "Girls, did you take giggle pills again tonight?"
No.
Cowboy Short said, "Howdy, grounds girls and Kevin."
Hey there.
Howdy.
Won't be too long. We'll be back up in your neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
What?
Why?
The auction.
The auction.
Hmm.
We may have to swing over to Pryor.
England.
Well, we can't drive there.
No. Allie H said, "Hey, grounds family, stayed up just to catch your live. Lots of love to you all from the UK."
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Glad you're here. Oh, you missed Old Pecan. They said, or did they remove it?
Mm,
I just didn't want. No.
didn't see it. Oh, I'm not to it yet.
Huh?
I don't think.
It's
Oh.
up here. Sorry, just make sure that y'all didn't.
Come to.
Wait, go back down.
Okay. I don't know.
Wait, go back
I
up.
don't know what happened because it's not on my.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not there, so they might have removed it.
Carol said, "Did Izzy and Abby drink silly water?"
They
Yeah.
drank something. No, I just didn't work them hard enough today, I guess.
You read for a minute.
Hmm?
You can read for a minute. Look at something.
There's the Eddies. Hey guys, how are y'all doing tonight? Girls are crazy. We're doing good.
It's not working.
What?
This? It did.
Little check mark beside your name looks pretty cool though. If y'all didn't notice, Eddie Family Farm is now verified.
What's the word?
Check mark means that now we know that it's their legit channel.
Cool.
So if somebody tries to make up a channel to pretend to be them, if it doesn't have the check mark, not them.
Where's the check mark at? Let's see.
On this YouTube.
Cool.
I agree. No school when Dad's home. Yeah.
Shut that door.
What are I'm tired.
What?
I'm sleeping. Not working.
Okay, let me see.
It's listening, canning tomatoes tonight. Tomorrow it's chicken, and Saturday it's canning ground beef. Very busy there.
Wow.
Sounds like it.
Mm-hmm. Jealous.
Yeah.
Not right now. Not right now.
Yep. Kathy, Izzy's still in a silly mood.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay.
I think it's just the lives that do it to her
I
because
know.
she wasn't that crazy earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But no faces.
Jennifer said her husband's school district, he's a SRO, closed today and tomorrow due to illness. Goodness, that's early.
Where? I don't know where you're
Further
at.
down, because everybody was saying hi to
Oh, okay.
Brandon and stuff.
I got you.
Okay. Trisha said, "Hello, I'm late. Hope you're always good. You girls are beautiful."
Hey, Trisha. Yep, we are doing good.
Jacob asked if I'm still under any restrictions. Yes and no. As far as I'm talking. Don't do that right now. Okay, so yes and no. I went to the doctor on Tuesday, and he said everything looks great. Everything is healed up. Everything structurally is good, and I don't have to go back to see him unless some sort of issue comes up or have any problems. He said technically nothing is really going to hurt it at this point unless I like fall or something like that. And he said if I fall, to make sure I notify him. And he said I can start easing into more activity, but I need to listen to my body and make sure that I'm not doing too much too fast. Because, I mean, we don't want to go backwards at all, but basically if I'm having symptoms or issues, then I need to back off a little bit.
Yeah.
So I can start gradually increasing activity, increasing all the other stuff that I wasn't able to really do, but just slowly.
So, yep, we're putting her back to work. Fine.
Yeah.
Girls and I are going on vacation. She's going to handle it.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Coming.
What? She's coming.
Yeah.
Well, who's going to take care of the farm?
Robots.
Robot?
Robots. You're silly.
Just go to the store and buy parts to get a robot.
Okay. That easy, huh?
Meg said hi, and she's just sitting down for dinner. Yeah, we just finished up right
Yeah.
before we got on.
Yeah.
Pam says illness in schools already. I think the illnesses started as soon as it started.
They were actually going around here about 2 weeks, about 2 to 3 weeks before school started. Stuff started hitting.
Yeah, and I think the school, being in school just amplifies it because
all the time.
Kids aren't the cleanest or most sanitary.
Yeah. Carolyn Lancaster said hello, Kevin, Kimberly, and sweet girls.
Hello.
Connie said Izzy's leaning on mom while Abby's leaning on dad. Abby and Izzy, you're silly tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Michael Ray said, hey, make sure you wish Addison happy birthday next week.
Yep.
Yep.
Be here before you know it.
Uh-huh. Candy said, okay, I just hit an ad. Hit an ad and it flipped my screen.
Said, hey, Kevin, Kimberly, Abby, and Izzy, have you found out what got your chickens? Love y'all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dogs.
Okay, well, is it make you wait around for?
Okay.
You're not supposed to get away that easy.
Why?
No, we did figure out which it'll be coming out.
Yeah.
In the next video or two, probably 2 away.
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody had dumped off some dogs and They're terrorizing the neighborhood pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really a neighborhood, but the area.
Yeah.
A village.
But there's a lot.
Not a village.
Yeah. There's a lot more to it than that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's dogs that somebody dumped off,
Mm-hmm.
and they're still at large.
Yeah.
They're big dogs.
Elaine had asked too on any news on the chickens disappearing.
Yes. Okay. Let's stop with the things going up.
Hey girls, y'all are probably going to bed in about 2 or 3 minutes.
Do y'all have anything y'all want to say next time?
Next time. Just cause.
Have anything?
No.
Sure.
You ready for bed? And tell everybody night night.
No. We gotta talk about Blizzard. Yeah, we have to talk about Blizzard.
What?
Gotta talk about Blizzard.
What are you gonna say about him?
Fluffy. Cute, adorable, and fluffy.
Cute, adorable, and fluffy. Okay.
And
Okay.
sweet. He's
Yep.
grown.
Anything else?
Yes, he's grown.
Well,
Yeah. He
Yeah.
grows a lot.
What we have learned in school today.
Well, it wasn't today.
Well, fraction. 9 minus 3 equals 6.
if you didn't catch that, 9 minus 3 equals 6.
One.
Anything else you learned?
No. Okay.
All right.
Tell him good
Bedtime.
night.
Really?
All right. Come on, guys. Let's go bed.
Sweet dreams.
Good night. Wait.
Come on, silly goose.
Nope, it's not working. Oh, you just got one of them because you got to turn your other hand. You got it. Yeah. You're not straight on enough. There it goes.
All right. Come on.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Come on.
Oh, man. Hopefully they sleep good tonight. They're pretty wound up. Okay, so let me get readjusted so it's easier to read. Let's see here. Kathy says, do not use your shave, Kevin. Just saying. Yeah, we actually have, which is crazy. We bought a set of clippers at Harbor Freight because they were super cheap. Don't know how good they are, but we got them. And then I was looking in the shed the other day, and I actually found where we had another pair of pet clippers that we'd bought a while back. I don't know if it was actually for the pigs, but they were still brand new in the box. So we'll probably see if the cheap ones work first and then move on up from there. Jennifer said, yes, student attendance was at 88% yesterday and several staff out. More left during the day. They were doubling and tripling up classes. Oh, goodness, that's awful. And it probably doesn't help matters either, because if they're piling them all together, then that's just more people getting in contact with each other and more to go around. Lynn, she was just tired. They got up pretty early today because we had to go do errands, and it was pretty busy day. Old Pecan said we trimmed Levi's pig and it was a disaster. Well, I hope ours is not, but you never know. Cowboy Short, when's the auction? In October.
Yep.
Toward the end of October.
I miss anything?
Nope. Well, I mean, I'm still catching up from where you left.
Okay.
Connie says you have two pretty precious little girls. They quick to chase goats and pigs.
Yes,
Yes.
they are.
Yeah, they're definitely little farm girls. Old Pecan, 90% isopropyl alcohol will dry the pig's ear out if it's an infection.
Okay.
So, which we have some of that
Mm-hmm.
in the bathroom.
We may try that then.
So we may put some of that in there and see if that will go ahead and knock out whatever's going on with them.
Mm-hmm. AJ said cut the sugar off early.
Bad thing is they haven't had anything.
This is all natural.
Yeah, because we had chicken and broccoli for supper and rice noodles, and
Mm-hmm.
I think they both had water.
Yeah, they did.
That's what it looked like anyhow.
Oh wait, no, they had tea, but it was unsweet tea.
Okay.
So
Yep,
don't
no
know.
sugar. They just, because like I said before this, they were fine. They just, I guess, are excited about the live. Jacob asked if it's lagging for anybody else.
Huh. That's strange.
Looking at my phone, it doesn't appear so, but
Mm-mm.
I don't know. Oh, Kathy says lagging for her too.
It's weird.
Very well. Let me see if we're connected to the right Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's on the mesh.
Our
Yeah.
signal strength just went back up.
Okay, it's showing connections unstable, but I don't know why. Because we're on fiber. Let me just, if we lose you, we'll be. That's a terrible place.
Okay. Is it back?
Yeah.
Still
it is.
showing.
No,
Okay.
it's good. Yeah, I don't know what it keeps bouncing. I don't know.
I don't know. Hopefully we'll be good, but something happens, we'll try to figure it out.
We'll go with it and see. And I just switched over to another. It's still kind of bouncing back and forth, but
See, like my phone is fine.
yeah, mine is too. Okay. Well, hopefully it'll be fine.
There's Cindy Lee.
Hey, Cindy, how are you? Tina said Abby's looking tired. Yes.
She's very tired tonight.
Yeah, busy day today. There's Peggy, says hello from Southeast Kansas.
Hey there.
It's lagging for Kathy. Pam says hers was freezing. There's Crystal Johnson. Hey there, Grounds family. I'm new to the channel. Have been a subscriber to the Eddie Family Farm for a little while now. From Indiana, and I love to watch how all the kids interact on the farms. Yep, we appreciate you stopping by.
Glad you joined us. Rachel said it was lagging there too.
Yeah.
Edward said, love the background fireworks and hearts.
Yeah, we're quite a ways behind. Connie asked about the blue check mark. The blue check mark just means that his channel's been verified, that he reached the right number of you gotta have a certain number of subscribers and a lot of other qualifications to meet to get the blue check mark, and that's just showing that that's the official page. So that if anybody tries to mimic his page, if they don't have that check mark, now that he's got it, you'll know that that's not his actual page. So it's just something to help the channels that meet those criteria to show that they're legit and to keep people from trying to mimic their page, since ones with larger followings are more likely to have people try to do that.
Yeah.
Tina said 44 thumbs up, 95 on. Everyone who hasn't, please hit the thumbs up.
Thank you, Tina.
Yep.
And Neil said Abby seems to have her smile on upside down.
Just flip your screen over.
Brandon said yes, happened today.
Here's Mary said.
Hello, Kevin, Kimberly, Izzy, and Abby. Sorry about all you birds.
Yep, us too. It's pretty disastrous.
Yeah. There's Jeannie said, hey, all.
Hey there. Pam was buffering too.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fixed now because it's not. Well, no, it just came back up,
I don't know.
but it's just periodically. So
Yeah, it's weird.
we're just gonna roll with it because
Mhm.
I don't know.
Meg said, that sounds good. I may be graduating from physical therapy here soon. Everything went well at my appointment today.
Good deal.
Good. Let's see. Rachel said school is out here for the Labor Day holiday.
It's not like here. They just let out on Monday, but the public school here only does a 4-day school week, so
They're
they
off
just
Mondays anyway.
they just miss out.
Mm-hmm. Everybody saying good night.
Now that's how the pigs are getting on training the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see who trained who whenever we go show at the fair.
Let's see how loading in the trailer goes.
Tina asked how Blizzard's been since we put him back in the pen with the other animals.
He's been good. He's doing really, really well, actually.
Yeah, we the only things, like I said, whenever the babies were real young, he was playing a little too rough because he just doesn't realize how big of a animal he is. But he's been fine since then. He just went back to his old normal self. So
Yep.
Not been messing with them or bothering them, and just doing his thing. And then now that he's back out there, the sheep know to respect him and leave him alone. I think the pigs get on his nerves a little bit. So we got 2 pigs in there, and they try to steal his food, and he doesn't like that. But other than that, everybody gets along good. And he doesn't mess with them. He just growls at them and barks at them. But they go on then.
Yep.
Let's see.
Candy asked if we put Blizzard in the pen with the ones we had left. The birds.
No. And the only thing, which there was a couple things. One, he's still just a pup. I mean, I know he's big and everything, but the massacre that happened out there, not knowing exactly what it was at the time, we didn't want to end up putting him out there and then him getting hurt too, because if it was a big coyote or multiple coyotes or something like that, I didn't want to take a chance on him getting hurt since he is, because he's just now almost 9 months old. He's not quite 9 months old yet.
Yeah.
And so since he's still just a pup, we just didn't want that to happen. Something to happen to him with us putting him in there too early. And so he's right. I mean, just, I don't know, maybe 50 feet away in another pen with the others. So we thought maybe if he's there, he'd bark and stuff, but we just didn't want to put him in there. Plus, we weren't sure how he would do with a chicken, since the goats, whenever they were little, he'd try to play with them. He was afraid he might waller the birds around too. So,
yeah. Trisha said, "Are you going to get piglets from the pigs?" We've had
which pigs?
Yeah. Now Betty and Hulk, we've had two litters of babies from them, and those are the younger ones that we have.
Yeah.
But those are the only 2 that
from the show pigs, probably not.
Yeah.
Old Pecan, are you talking about Wild Side?
It's
yes, it's Tri-State now.
Tri-State Exotics or something.
But the same location, yes. Allie wants to know how your migraines are.
Haven't had one.
Nope.
So got off all those medications that I was having to take to be able to manage them before. So that was really good.
Yep. What have you been making with all the taters?
Well, we did that potato soup. We've just eaten boiled new potatoes a few times. We've done mashed potatoes a few times.
Fries. You made fries.
Yeah, I did make some fries with them the other day, and that turned out really good. They were still kind of crisp, and they were better than store-bought potatoes. That's the main stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
just use them as sides.
Yeah, mainly, and probably use some in some soups and stuff too. Some more soups.
Okay. That's when we were swapping our
Okay.
connections.
Okay. Beverly said, I forgot, did you guys name the 3 new goats? They have not yet. They named the 2 boys that are not staying permanently, but
Yeah.
they I think they were kind of trying to figure out good names for the others because they weren't really letting them get that close at first.
Yeah. Which they're getting a lot better. And
Mhm.
so mainly just trying to figure out their personalities and stuff first before they
Yeah.
pick something that's going to be permanent. But
Hmm.
right now they do not.
Yeah. But they're getting a lot friendlier. Trisha said, how did you both meet? Where'd you go? Oh,
It's still
moved
there.
to the
I
top.
just switched.
Through church. Let's see. There's Loma says, sorry I'm late. Have had no internet.
Hey, Loma. Do we say Nancy? Was she in earlier or not?
I don't know.
No. Hey, Nancy, if we haven't, I don't remember saying hi to you.
I don't
but,
remember saying that either.
Oh, Mary's in Panama City, Florida. It's our favorite beach, Panama City Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Dean said, need more people to hit the thumbs up. Shelley wants to know how you're doing.
Pretty good. I'm feeling a lot better for the most part. Just still trying to ease into things and not do too much. That's the biggest thing, is not doing too much.
Yep. Old Pecan said they've been subscribed to the Eddies since it was rustic woodwork.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's see, because my thing keeps jumping. Just jumped again. Oh, goodness. I hate it when it does that.
How did you like the girls cleaning up the greenhouse for a surprise?
Hmm.
It was nice. Very nice. That's one thing that I dread doing because it has to happen probably far too often because it's just you get started and get busy and then things are there. Some things don't make it. And like the grasshoppers was a big problem this year. But no, it was a pleasant surprise and just glad that I didn't have to do it. And I was glad that they felt like doing it. But yeah, I know it was very nice to see.
I'm trying to find that on here.
What?
Okay, now I'm back.
Are you back now?
Yeah, it was jumping too much. So
if you'll just pause that, then
Okay.
it won't do this, and the chat will keep up.
Okay.
Allie says you deserve a lot more followers than you got. I'm doing my best to help. We appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, we're
appreciate
steadily
everybody.
making progress. It's definitely a marathon and not a sprint.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've done pretty well.
Mhm.
Let's see, because we're up to 7,800 now.
Yep, that's pretty awesome.
Yes.
We appreciate y'all very, very much.
Yep, absolutely. There's Katie said, evening all. Hello, Grounds family. Hey, Katie.
There.
Loma, have you figured out what got the birds? Yes. Yep, it ended up being, which Izzy let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah.
But some wild dogs, or I say wild, somebody dropped off some dogs. And the reason we figured that out is we finally, they're still at large, but we found a post that somebody put in our area on Facebook
And caught
a few weeks ago that they saw somebody dumping these dogs off. And so they're the ones, like I said, they got our neighbors' chickens and then ours.
Yeah, no fun. Dean said I dropped Neil off in the UK on my way home.
Yeah. Michael said he subscribed on 3 other accounts he has.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
There's Mary. Said, hi there, Mary from Southern California. Hope you're having a good night. Thanks for visiting with us all. I was trying to type something, but it's cutting me off.
Oh.
It may be.
There's a character count it limits, though. If you or if it was the ads that was kicking her out. But if you may have to put it in 2 messages to get it all through. Or if it's something else that you want to send, you can send it on Facebook or email.
And our internet was acting up for a few minutes there too, so
Yes.
that could have been part of it. Linda said, did we find out if it's a shed or chicken coop that you were building the other day? Looking in from Southwest Kansas.
Not found out yet. You're just gonna have to wait on that one.
We will hopefully reveal that soon.
Hopefully.
Eric said, Dean, pretty soon we're going to have to start measuring your live chats in days rather than hours. Dean said, oh no, I forgot Eric's in the back seat. Haven't dropped him off yet.
Yeah. That's a pretty neat trip, though, that
Yeah.
you took.
Neil said, Eric's been hiding back there. Dean seems to know where all the good food is. That's funny.
Brenda said you can slice your potatoes on a mandolin really thin and put them in your air fryer for homemade potato chips.
I need to see if my little deal will do that too.
Yeah.
It may.
Opcon said amazing that the procedure worked. It's a blessing to read from the prescriptions.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, because that was what was funny is whenever we went to this last checkup the other day, they were like, we need to go over your medications. Are you taking this? And she's like, nope. And so it was nice to be able to cut all those out.
Yep. But yeah, he said everything with the brain and all that is secured and fine, and he said shouldn't have any other issues, hopefully. So
yep. Dean said he wants another BLT just like I do. Oh no. Shelly said her goat passed away last Wednesday. 13 years old.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Definitely become like family.
Yeah. Mary said, it's me again in regards to those spiders. They are banana spiders. And
thankfully they're not the ones native to Central and South America. They can bite those, so be careful.
Yeah, which we're starting to have more and more of them because there was one that it was on across the shed door. I mean, I ran into the web, but luckily it didn't get on me. But I was just like,
well, the girls about went crazy when they saw them in the greenhouse the other day.
Yeah,
so.
Like I said, there's more and more out.
Mm-hmm.
Nancy said, "Yes, I'm here."
Dean said something just bit me. Was that an alligator?
There's Lynn.
Sorry I'm late. Just finished dinner.
Yep. We just did a little bit ago.
Allie said, good to hear you haven't had a migraine. I suffered them until I had a stroke while pregnant at 29. Haven't had one since, but my son's suffering so bad with them.
Oh, it's terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Izzy gets migraines sometimes, and that's definitely not fun. Abby has had them, but hasn't had one in, knock on wood, a long time. Hers, but if Izzy can get rid of one within a day, Abby, if she gets one, it's about a 3 to 4 day event. So,
which she hasn't had one in
a long bad one like that in over a year. So, Edward said, "What made you go homesteading? Was it in the family?"
Like I've come from a long line of farmers, several generations.
Not, I mean, my parents, yes. My parents were into I mean, they loved gardening, and we raised cows, a couple of cows. We didn't have a whole lot of land, but we raised a couple of cows out, and we had chickens and some blueberry bushes that my dad mowed down every time he mowed. Tried a few fruit trees and that kind of thing, but nothing majorly big.
Now, what was it that you told your parents
That I never would, that I never was gonna farm or anything like that. Yeah. Ate my words.
Whenever she was growing up, she said she would never be gardening, farming, or any of that good stuff. And look at her now.
Yep.
She just didn't know what she was getting into. Next big thing's milk cow.
See, I wouldn't mind that.
It would be nice to have, but the problem is,
I don't want to get up that early to milk.
That's not even the problem. 3 out of the 4 of us have gut issues with milk.
Yeah.
Now, with the A2A2, we haven't noticed it either as bad or at all
for me. And I can't drink regular milk, period, even if I take lactate or anything like that. And the A2A2, I don't like the taste of milk, even A2A2 milk. But I didn't have any stomach issues. I drank it so that I could check and see if I was going to have issues. Because it's not like gluten where it's days and days and days. I mean, it's just a few hours to a day and then I'm fine. So I was like, well, if I have issues, it won't be for that long. But I didn't have issues. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Mary said if she sees those things in California, she's done.
Well, there's Teresa. Just got on here. Shelly said 8,000 to visit the idiot.
Yep.
Yep. We're slowly getting there.
Yep. Dean said it'd be nice if he could figure out who dumped the dogs.
Yeah, I'm going to try because I was talking to my dad or my mom. I don't remember which one. But the way they had talked is that the person who had posted maybe either got the information off the vehicle of the person who dumped them. So
that'll be able to identify.
Probably going to see if I can track them down and figure out what's going on with that. Because my guess is they were probably causing issues for them is why they dumped them.
Mm-hmm. Katie said, that's so sad. I hate how people just dump their animals like that. Yeah, it's terrible. Because, they probably just started out, going after stuff because they were hungry. But I mean, they've come a long way from where they originally were dumped too, because I mean, they were dumped several miles away. And
3 or 4.
I guess if you go just through.
If you go, straight.
But I mean, they came up the highway and then across. Because I mean, I saw them down further and then a little closer.
Well, they were, I think, just running back and forth in that same area and then ended up here.
That makes more sense then.
Yeah, because they were in that area for a little while. I mean, this has been like almost a month-long ordeal that they've been, that was posted.
Because I actually remember seeing these dogs on my way to work a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
But then, I mean, they'd be on the side of the road and then they'd be gone. So it's not like anybody could have gotten a hold of them because a couple people tried.
Yeah. Let's see. Tracy said, just got on here. Did y'all figure out what got into your chicken coop? Watching from Southeast Louisiana. Yeah, it's some dogs that somebody dumped.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.
Yes.
Let's see. Well, Pecan said, I hate to say it, but the dogs need to be dealt with as well as the people dumping them.
Absolutely.
Yep. Rachel asked if you can go after the owners of the dogs if you find out who it is for the loss of chickens.
Possibly, which my thing, they just made it where it's like animal cruelty. It's been a few years now as a felony here now. And if she gave the information to, I don't know why something hasn't been done already, but I'm going to check into that too.
Yeah.
I just got to wait and see. I don't need you. So possibly, but I mean, it would be like going after the owners for like the cost of the animals and stuff. It'd be pretty much like having to sue them in small claims court, and it's just a hassle. Michael said, "Yeah, I'm trying to get you up 8,000. Brandon needs help, and you need to get those chickens replaced too." Yeah, we got to get stuff. We got to get the dogs figured out before we start replacing anything, because I don't want it to happen again. Yeah, Mary, if we can figure out who the owner is, I'm gonna see if something's in the process of being done or why it wasn't, but I'm not sure. Cindy, okay, Cindy's going to bed. Good night, Cindy.
Good night.
Let's see. Shelly said people dropping animals off on or near farms aggravate me so much. At my farm, people drop off cats. Last count was 10 cats. I feed them,
And
neuter them. Yeah. Yeah, we've had some strays and rescues, but
Yeah.
like I said, they keep the field mice and stuff away, so they're welcome here.
Yeah. And ours, I mean, we don't have problem with them getting along with any of our animals either. I mean,
Yeah.
all of the animals get along. Blizzard respects the cats. They put him in his place. And then, I mean, they'll get in there with the goats and the sheep and the pigs and chickens and everything and don't bother anything.
Yeah,
so.
they're right. And the other animals don't bother them either.
No.
So
it's pretty cool.
Dean said Brandon doesn't have any extra chickens. All he has is the ones under his feet. Yep.
Crystal said, I love these homesteading videos. I live my life vicariously through you and the Eddies as well as a couple others here on YouTube. I know my 5-year-old granddaughter would love it.
Yep. It's definitely, I mean, it has its ups and downs, but I wouldn't change it for anything.
Right.
Like I said, I grew up on a farm and I loved that. And the girls, they love being on the farm too. So,
yep.
Carol said, hello, Grounds. How are y'all doing? I was so sad to see what happened to your chickens. Yes. Yeah, it's pretty devastating.
Yep.
But I don't know, because that's the thing, is it takes so much time and money to build up a flock and then to keep them going, and you get attached to them, and it's rough, and it's especially hard on the girls.
Yeah.
They get super attached.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Well, Pecan said that the matriarch of their goat herd's getting up there, but she'll be there till she passes.
Yeah.
Okay, Francis is back. Said, okay, let's try this again.
Hopefully it works out.
Hopefully so.
Loma said her last migraine was 12 days.
That's awful.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I used to have continuous, every single day I'd have them. Somebody actually asked me today, they're like, how did you work? And I was like, I don't know. I just did, because I didn't know. I
think it's just you dealt with it.
I dealt with it so long that I just kept going, because there
wasn't really any.
I didn't really have any other option.
Folks got to eat.
Yeah. Just thinking about how part of that too was like when we had the daycare, and all those kids screaming all the time. That's why I felt so awful sometimes, is the noise, probably.
Yeah. Beverly, Abby is 10 and Izzy is 6 for a month.
Yep.
She'll be 7 next month.
Yep. She's excited. She told me she can't wait for her birthday.
Yeah. How to Garden says good evening.
Hey there. Dean said, my last migraine was when I looked in the mirror. They're serious, but you have to have a little fun about it when they're not hurting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lynn said, what was for dinner? I had my first PT yesterday.
For us, I made some chicken and broccoli.
Like Chinese version.
Yeah. And we did some rice noodles with some veggies mixed in.
Yeah.
We make it homemade so that we can all eat it, since I've got gluten-free soy sauce and such.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't go out to eat Chinese because, well, there's one place that does gluten-free, but everything else, soy sauce has wheat in it. So generally she can't eat out anywhere whenever. So if we're gonna have Chinese, it's either me and the girls, or we eat it here and she just makes it, which is
Yep.
just as good or better.
Let's see. I'm glad that you were able to start PT though, Lynn. Sorted A, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely probably going to happen for a little bit, but should get better.
Yeah.
Connie said, that's good news. No more migraines and terrific prescription free. Yeah.
Shelly said Sassy lived a spoiled life.
First goat.
And Elcon asked if raw milk bothers you.
No. Well, I don't know about anything other than
because the place we get, they just do A2.
That's all they do.
And so we don't know if it has to be with the milk being raw or if it's because the A1 protein's not present or what, but
may need to try that sometime just to see.
I don't know if you want to try that or not, since you know what works.
As long as I'm home.
Yeah. I was going to say, if you're going to get a milk cow, just get an A2 one.
Yeah. It sounds like popcorn popping. There's the jar seal.
I love that sound.
It's a good sound.
Very rewarding.
Yeah.
You know you were successful.
Eric said, I had migraines as a young teen when I was going through growing pains. Every time I hear somebody going through one, I cringe at the memories.
Thankfully, I've only had like a couple that I can remember ever having. I mean, I've had headaches, but like an actual migraine, because
they're awful.
Yeah, because I know one, it lasted, I don't know, 2 or 3 days, but I usually don't have too much trouble unless I get around scents like fragrances or artificial fragrances and scents and stuff. That messes with me. I can't go like the candle aisle or like a Bath and Body Works, stuff like that. It just, I'll have a headache immediately after that. Oh yeah, Kirkland's.
Just walking past Kirkland's gives him a headache.
Yes.
Trisha said, I suffer from migraines. I do acupuncture and made my life so much better. Said to try coconut milk. I have trouble with milk as well. I do coconut milk in my iced coffee.
Yeah, she does.
And frappuccinos and stuff.
Yeah.
Like if
alternative milks for different things, but we were just looking at trying to get back to real stuff and stuff that we can do here. So
yeah, I do like coconut milk in my drinks and things.
Jessica wants goats and cows to milk. Oh, hey, Satin.
Hey there. Lynn drinks coconut milk unsweetened.
Linda said, my dad was in the oil field. I moved so much during my childhood. I said I'm going to marry a farmer. They don't move. I wanted to plant roots for my kids.
Get that.
Yep.
Lynn said, how about setting traps? Layton can show you how.
Yeah, we're going to see. The only thing is that depending on what kind of traps it was, the cats and stuff are around, and we just don't want to end up having something where the cats or something else get into it. But
yeah, we'd have to have every one of the cats put up.
Yeah, so we're going to see if we can figure this out. But
yeah, not out of the question if things don't pan out. Old Pecan said, there's their older goats named Missy. She's still kidding, but is slowing down. Any others will probably go to the sale when they age out, but not Missy.
Yeah.
Pam asked if the other neighbors have lost animals too. Yes.
Chickens. The ones, which is my cousin, but that lives next to us, that they wiped out all of her chickens too. Dug into her pen and got them.
Yeah. Chris said, just caught up. When you mentioned the milk, did you say A2?
Yes. Yeah, and it has to do with the proteins that the milk is made up or contains. I don't really know. But there's like A1, A2, A2, and then there's some other ones that I don't know. I looked it up one day and There's a bunch of different variations it could be, but
Mm-hmm. Dean said, farm life is a good life for children.
I don't see that.
Right there.
Yeah.
Um,
Allie said, my family are Irish, and I always said I'm going to live on a farm, live on the farm. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. I now live in Liverpool, UK.
gotcha. Good night, Crystal. She said, I need to get to bed now. Thank you for allowing us to share in your life. Shelly said, it's funny. They protect my chickens. They sleep on the roof of the coop. They lay in the run. Chickens walk around the cats. They haven't harmed any as of yet. Michael Ray said, yeah, we had a cat drop off here too. She's been hanging around about a month before we started feeding it. She's really good at catching mice, though.
Yes.
Dean said, would you like another Great Pyrenees? We're going to rehome Tank.
No.
Opicon wanted to know what it was called that I had.
Chiari malformation.
Chiari malformation.
Spell it.
It's spelled Chiari. It can be called Arnold Chiari sometimes. But yeah, there's a lot of people who know about it, and then a lot of people who don't, and
I'd never heard of it.
They don't always. I mean, if they don't do imaging, then they can't catch it. But some doctors still, even at that, have a hard time catching it.
Well, that's the thing, because you've had how many MRIs and how many doctors look at it, and if it's something where like it's unexplained, nobody else can find it, maybe have them go to a neurosurgeon instead of a neurologist, because he's the, like I said, we've been through 7 or 8 or 9 that missed it or couldn't figure it out and just was like pretty much like, just take some pain pills and get over it.
Yeah, which is not what we wanted to do.
That's not it. And so it was finally, like I said, a neurosurgeon who looked at the MRI, which this is the MRI that somebody else had already looked at. He just used the old MRI to look and then looked at some stuff. And he's like, this is what I see.
And the other thing about it that he explained that we didn't know, because all I knew was there's an old school of thought that if it's not very bad, then no reason to do anything about it. And there's no way that could cause any problems. But that's not what it actually is. He explained even if the malformation is small, if you have all these symptoms and check these boxes, then they need to look further at it and see if it is a possible reason for symptoms. Yeah. So there's a lot of doctors who still kind of think that old way, but there's a lot of really good ones that realize that they actually have to take a second look. You just have to find the right one.
Yeah.
We've tried to send a couple people our doctor's way, because I mean, he's fabulous.
Yes. Carol said, I wish for Chinese. I'm allergic to say soy. Sorry. Is in so many foods. Yes, it is.
Even more than gluten.
Yeah.
Shelly said, we can't have MSG. I make all sauces for our meals.
Which homemade a lot of times is better. There are some times that homemade is not better, but most of the time homemade is better.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what it is. There's something that homemade is just not as good as, what is it? I don't remember what it was, because it's something we've tried and it just wasn't as good as store-bought. I don't know. But most of the time, homemade is better.
Yep. Dean said, seriously, I live with a headache, but I have become used to it and go on anyway. But I can definitely tell when it gets worse than what I'm used to. I understand that.
Chris asked, what is A2? It has to do with the proteins that are either in milk or make up the milk.
Allie said, I went blind during a migraine instead of my son. Unfortunately, people who have never suffered one don't realize the pain at all. I would say giving birth wasn't as painful.
Never given birth, but
They can be really, really bad.
yeah.
It's hard for me to say if that would be the case or not because our birthing experience was different with
Yeah.
C-section and
With Izzy, 13 hours of labor and then
Yeah.
emergency C-section. So
so that was pretty rough.
yeah. Let's see. Okay, good.
Okay. I enjoy how excited the girls get working with the animals. I can't wait to see how they do with their pigs at the fair. Yeah, I am going to make sure I get that on camera.
Yes. Yeah, which we'll probably have. I don't know how much, but we'll try to get like some of the process throughout. So
Yeah.
because it's going to be a long week.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it worked out that I'm off. So
Old Pecan explained the A2A2 as well. Homesteading with the Laws said, "Hey y'all." Hey there. Hey Lori.
you remembered her name. You should have called her something else. Like LG. What's her name?
No.
I'm just proud she's still up.
I know. At 9:39.
Yeah.
Michael Ray said, "I don't get headaches. I get migraines. I haven't had one in a while now." That's good.
Oh, tomorrow's she's celebrating her 72nd birthday.
Well, happy
Happy
early
birthday.
birthday.
Hope you have a great day.
Yep, and good night.
Oh, wow. Edward said he had a bad migraine for 2 weeks in 1994. Was rushed to the hospital, found out had a brain aneurysm.
Oh my goodness.
Glad you got that figured out.
Pam said, "I was treated for 35 years for migraines, but nothing helped. Found out 2 years ago it was occipital neuralgia. Now I get steroid injections in my head. What a difference." That's actually kind of what my doctor was looking at whenever he sent me to the neurosurgeon, my PCP, because he had someone else that had been diagnosed of his that he'd sent to neurosurgery, and they had diagnosed occipital neuralgia. So, come to find out, well, mine was completely different, but I mean, still, he got me to the right person. So,
yeah.
Lynn was saying they're live traps too.
Yeah, I actually looked at one at Tractor Supply today, but for one big enough for the dog is like almost $200.
Yeah, because these, I mean, they're not teeny tiny, so
No. Not huge, but this one was like for foxes, coyotes, and so that I figured these dogs are somewhere between those two sizes. But yeah, I looked at the price and it was almost $200.
Let's see. Lim was saying the exercises are easy.
They'll probably get harder.
Yes, but then sometimes the simple movements too make a lot of difference as far as mobility and such. So,
well, I mean, evidently it's working because she was sore.
Yeah. And they can get harder. And if they're sometimes, if you say, "Oh, it was easy," they might make it a little harder. So, just a tip on what not to say.
Just milk it.
Giving away my secrets. Lynn said, "It's not really fair to the dogs. It's their owners." Yeah.
That's true. But it's not fair to our chickens either.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Because they were minding their own business on our own property.
Yeah.
But like I said, we'll have to figure out a solution, but I just don't know what.
Yep. Eric said, "I love regular milk, but I did switch to lactose free. No problem since."
That's what we usually do.
Yep. Lynn said that's the case with the EDS. I was lucky I have a friend that has it.
I bet she's good, but it has to be bad for you.
Yeah. A lot of stuff that tastes good is not very good for you. Yeah. For sure.
Coconut aminos is what Lynn uses for Chinese.
Okay, yeah.
What is that you're using?
It's I don't know. Let me look. It was Bragg's, wasn't it?
I don't know. We've had a couple different kinds. Because one of them showed it was some sort of aminos of some, but I don't know.
Yeah, that one. Okay, yeah, this one's made with soybeans, but it's gluten free.
Yeah.
But it was just liquid aminos.
Oh, Lori said she's about to go to bed, but saw us live.
Well, I'm glad you jumped on.
I skipped some.
Yeah. Patsy said, "Glad you finally found the right doctor."
Yes.
Us too.
Absolutely.
Lynn said, "I have to admire you, Kevin, on how you've always been there for Kim."
Oh, thank you.
Yep, he's pretty good. We'll keep him around.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, seriously, I couldn't have done any of this. Even just being persistent, I wouldn't have done it without him because I wasn't even gonna
She'd given
push.
up.
Yeah, and he told me to push for answers, and
I was like, just keep going. I was like, even if we have to end up going out of state somewhere, I was like, there's got to be something going on to explain this because people don't just hurt for no reason.
Yeah, I just thought I was going crazy or something. So
You are crazy. Not for that.
Connie said, "I don't drink milk as for some reason I don't care for it. I don't think I have a problem with milk, just don't care for it."
Yeah.
I don't care for plain milk.
I love a good glass of chocolate milk though, but I don't ever drink it.
See, I like chocolate milk, but the chocolate that I was putting in mine, I kept drinking it even after I found out I had gluten issues, and then I realized that it was part of the problem. So
there was something. What was the other thing we were just talking about the other day? That you were feeling bad after you ate every time, but we just realized that a gluten contaminant. Oh, there's something else that she's eating, and she's just talking about how she feels bad after. I was like, have you checked the label to see? And so
yeah,
you would be surprised. Wheat is in everything, or it can be contaminated.
Well, and
with
this one wasn't even on the label. But then I did a quick search, and a lot of people were having issues with it, and then they found out that it was easily contaminated. So let's see.
Saturday is Candy's 65th birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Dean said, "The worst headache I've ever had was just before my stroke." Goodness. Lynn said, "Does your animal control in your area have traps you can borrow?"
I guess the city probably. They have an animal control, but I don't know what kind of traps or if they have anything like that.
They're not very well equipped for that.
But I know that they have a hard time just dealing with the city. Like where we are, there's no animal control. Dakota said if we were closer to them, he'd loan us a trap. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good little drive, though.
Yeah.
Dean said I carry a solution on my side. Guess he's talking about you. I guess I missed something.
What?
Pam?
Oh, no, that was... Oh, that was, way up there.
Okay.
The occipital neuralgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Meg uses Bragg's aminos, too.
Yeah. It's actually a really good alternative.
Can't really tell a difference myself. Not with it. I'm sure if you just had it on something, maybe, but like with it mixing with stuff, I don't ever notice. Okay, Pam said, so I figured out what's happening with notifications somewhat. For Facebook, I'll get both sound and post notification. For YouTube, just get a post with no sound. Go figure.
Hmm.
Now, it ought to be, depending on what your phone is, you might be able to go into the notification settings to fix that. Okay.
Trying to see where you're.
Dakota was talking about how that pretty much they've had the same problem with dogs and nobody would do anything about it. And
Oh yeah, people get upset.
yeah, people get upset when you have to take care of them. Like I said, it's not the choice we'd like to have, but
Yeah,
like I said, we also have to keep our animals safe.
that's the truth. Yeah, Pam was saying injections aren't fun, but better in the long run, for sure.
Ellie said maybe another livestock dog is the answer. Traps don't look good if you have kittens. Geese are also a good way of warning off predators. I will not have a goose or geese on this property. Brandon got those ones at time, and they were noisy as all get out. There's been other people that's had them, and I just could not put up with that.
He's not a fan of geese.
Nope.
And the only way another livestock dog would work is if it was out just running, and we're not
That drives us insane too when people just let their dogs run free.
out here because usually they wind up getting into things they shouldn't.
Yes. Yeah, we've had to pick up our trash before from dogs getting into, and it's just like we keep our stuff up. We shouldn't have to deal with it, but so that's one reason on that is that they're gonna, if the whole property was like fenced in field fence or goat and sheep wire, that would work.
Maybe,
but part of it has barbed wire and then part of it is open on the front. So I just don't want the dog to get out and mess with other people's stuff or end up getting in the road and getting hit. And so it's just in order for that to work, we're just not set up for that the way that we are now. Maybe someday we'll have the thing completely fenced in where that will work, but unfortunately not yet.
Shelly said you have to push for answers. Just went through my primary care doctor. I had to demand to see a specialist after being sick for 5 years. Finally starting to get better.
Well, that's good. You finally, I mean, it's sad that it took 5 years, but which our PCP was actually better than any of the other doctors we dealt with till we found this neurosurgeon.
Yeah, he was the only one that didn't just act like I was crazy for all my symptoms and all that good stuff. He
did a ton of research himself just to try to help her as best he could since she wasn't getting help anywhere else.
Yep. But unfortunately, he's no longer working at our clinic. We did get to see him yesterday though, because we went up there and he actually made me spin around so he could see the back of my head and look at the scar and everything. And
Good night, Lori.
So excited about how it turned out, and he's just amazed at how long it took to get somebody else to actually listen other than him. So. Yes.
But he's moving on to probably something that's more suited for him because, like I said, he's always been a go-getter and above and beyond. And so he's going to go work in the ER.
Yeah,
so.
And specializing in trauma stuff. So
yes,
he loves that stuff. So Michael asked how the building project is coming along.
Same place. Well, the floor's done. We didn't show the end of that where we got that finished, but the floor is done. But that's as far as it's gotten because we had doctor's appointments and then had to get feed and stuff, and then had a little storm pop up. So it's still in the same place that it was, but we will be getting back on that. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or maybe next week.
Yeah, just depends on
my
how
days
weather
off.
goes.
But we've got storms that are supposed to be coming in, so I don't know if that's going to be like all day or not. And I've got to start working again too. So
Mabes said hello from Saskatchewan, Canada. Hopefully everything is going okay. So sorry you lost your chickens and turkeys.
thanks so much for stopping in, and
Yep.
we appreciate that.
Reba said good night. God bless. Have a safe weekend.
Good night, Reba. Thanks
You
for
as well.
stopping in.
Ed.
I'm sure that would, Ed.
It's funny, Lori put my name in all caps again.
Yeah.
Lynn said,
Is it going to take a person or child getting hurt before anyone does anything about these dogs? I have to agree with Kevin that it was not the chicken's fault either. Yeah, I don't know, which thankfully that's not happening. Because like I said, they've been on the loose for about a month. And maybe not quite a month, but a few weeks anyhow. And that was one of our biggest things is if the girls are out or something with them. But like I said, there'll be more coming out about this a little more detailed later on. So we just don't want to get too much into that. But yeah, it's been a mess.
Yeah. Mary said, unfortunately, so sad for the animals that were dumped. It was on our news the other day that 7 million dogs and cats are euthanized a year in the U.S. I'm sorry for your loss. Yeah, it's a shame. It really is.
Yeah. And I'm just wondering if maybe, like I said, maybe they had a farm or something or had chickens and it happened with theirs. And so that's why they hauled them off and dumped them. Because I don't know. I don't even know where they're from. But
Opicon said, I've got to get geo collars for my dogs. They're expensive. I need to go find me.
Everything's expensive right now.
Let's see. Lynn said, always surprises me what they put in foods. This is my allergies. Soy, processed sugar, all dairy, gluten, chicken, pork, shellfish. I never thought this would be the case. Oh my goodness.
That's terrible.
That's a lot. Samantha said, hi guys, how are you doing? I just came on. What's going on?
We're doing good. Just pretty much talking about that. We found out it was some dogs that somebody dumped that has been attacking our chickens, but they're still at large, so still looking out for a solution for that. Dean had trouble too with his neighbor's dog. Jumped.
How do you say that?
Don't know. Junod?
Is that correct? If not, then
yeah, tell us how to pronounce that.
Junod Acres Homestead. Hey guys, I found your channel tonight with your live feed and subscribed. I'll check out some of your videos. Thank you.
Thank you. Glad you found us.
Yep. Patsy said, good night. We'll be looking forward to seeing your building finished.
Thank you so much. Connie says I'll laugh at some of the jokes that are shared amongst subscribers. Dean and Meg crack me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Dean said, what did I do?
That's what the guilty one always says. Or wasn't me. Healthcare in Western Maryland is very limited. Hospitals taken over from Pennsylvania. Hardly ever see doctors, nurses, practitioners have to travel 2.5 hours to Baltimore to get care.
Goodness, that's crazy.
Good night, Ed. Thanks for stopping in.
Samantha said, I'm so sorry those dogs ate your chickens and turkeys.
Yes.
Oh, Juno.
Oh, well,
Silent D.
good to know.
Yep. Thank you. Let's see.
Ellie said, "Well, I know geese." I just, like I said, I don't want to have to listen to them all the time. And then I know, like, whenever Brandon had those for a while, like trying to film videos, you couldn't even hear him because they would always be right there making all kinds of racket. And I've seen other ones where it's the same problem. And Daisy makes enough noise for all of us. So I don't know. Plus, I've seen some that can be mean.
I got
Territorial, I
chased by-
guess.
I got chased by geese when I was a kid too.
Yeah.
Not a fan. There was this one campground we camped at growing up, and there were geese running around, and they would chase us, and I was up on top of a picnic table anytime they were around. I mean, I was scared of everything too, let's be real,
Yes.
but still.
Let's see. Okay, now that we're caught up, there's something we were going to talk about.
What were you talking about? I
Uh,
mean, Izzy brought up the whole Izzy had brought up the whole dog thing.
yeah.
Talked about my appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think what else there was.
Um,
Trying to think what else we've been doing this week that we haven't talked about it.
anything with school?
We're changing some curriculum stuff around. More on
Yeah.
that later, but we had some frustration happening on some of our subjects and found a better way to teach it. So, like I said, more on that later when we kind of
Actually get things in and settled, but
but we don't like. I mean, we're homeschooling, not doing school at home, in the sense that it shouldn't be structured just like a school. And actually, the load that they had was more than the public school here. But we still want them to have the best education we can give them, just not.
we want it structured, but not like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. To like Izzy's video lessons, it was structured the same way. A very, very, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe the amount of structure that she had. I mean, so many different classes and lessons, and a lot of it was stuff that basically overlaps, but she'd have like 3 lessons in a day on it, lasting 45 minutes a piece, and she knows the material.
Yeah. Part of her problem is that she's just so smart. Like, she would be done with the work before the way the videos go along with it, that it would she'd be done with all of her work before the video was even done. And instead of just pushing the video on and then moving on, she's very particular that she just couldn't get past the fact of skipping the video, even though she didn't need it. And so it turned into, she was just getting stressed with it because she felt like she still needed to watch the video, even though she's already done with the work, and it was just dragging out to be a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I was already modifying a lot as far as, they would have, I mean, it's kind of funny whenever the homeschool lesson plans say, do this part as homework. And I'm like, well, it's all homework. I mean, we're homeschooling. But, I mean, I feel like Izzy's writing, like last year, and I know this was the way it was progressing toward this year. I mean, 3 and 4 pages of manuscript or cursive writing in a single day for a kindergarten first grader, that's a lot. The reading is great. I love the reading part of it. And I do like how, there's, defined subjects, because we're going to keep that.
Yes.
And we're going to keep, all the core subjects, and then still add in, our art and that kind of thing, which I figured out a solution for that too. I'm going to use Abby's and work with it for both. But, where was I going with that? Sorry.
Structure, subjects.
Structure, but not overly structured the exact same way it would be in a school. To the point where, it's all day and, breaking it up bit by bit, where when we're doing our couple of pages that we're supposed to do, but not 5 pages like Abby's language some days recently. That was one of the final straws for me on some of her stuff. That and the fact that her history was very, very dry. And she loves history. I mean, the girl loves history, but she has not liked history this year. Just because it's not been engaging, or it read like a very, very dry, almost like an encyclopedia. The way it was just laid out there. There's the facts, nothing. It's not really interesting, but then it gave you a blurb this big and then moved on to the next thing. Instead of, we're in 5th grade. Let's make it fun. Let's talk about the different, if we're talking about civilizations, let's talk about that. So
basically what it was is everybody was getting stressed to some extent from it. And then we were just like, it shouldn't be this stressful.
No.
Because it wasn't before. And it's just the way they've changed up their program a little bit. And it wasn't working. And like I said, but we're not doing the whole unschooling thing, because we both want them to actually have an education where they're actually learning, so that if they choose to go to college and all that, they're not at a disadvantage because they didn't know the structure of that. But we're just changing up a little bit, because part of it was I'd actually found another channel that we watch. I just recently found them and started binge watching some of their stuff because I liked it, and they talked a little bit about it, and so we actually reached out to them and they replied and kind of explained some stuff, and so that's why we decided to look into switching. And like I said, we're already a month and a half into school, so we'll have to kind of modify that and figure out in the new stuff where they were from the old stuff and kind of balance that out. But it should still all work out. But we still, like I said, we still want it to be structured and have a thing, but we just want it where it's not crazy. Because like I said, there's some private schools that use the Abeka stuff like as their curriculum. And so it's still structured like for a school day.
Yeah.
And that's not what
I was trying to get at.
Yeah. And that's not exactly what we were needing, because like a lot of it's filler stuff, because like the videos are actually them in a classroom. And at least last year, I didn't really pay attention. This year, like where they're still calling still calling on like kids to answer stuff and everything. And that's not what we're needing, because especially right now where she knows the material, it's just a matter of, we did the video lessons in case it was something that she needed a little more explanation, because sometimes kids will listen better to somebody else than their parents, or may have a better way of understanding with a different explanation. And so that's why we were looking at that, but it's not working out very well. I mean, they're doing fine in it, but we don't want them not liking school.
Yeah. Yeah, not if there's a better alternative.
Yeah.
And Abby, whenever we were talking about switching stuff, since we were talking about switching all of Izzy's, because hers came as a package deal, you can't send back part of it. Well, I mean, we could rebuy certain subjects, but then we did lots and lots and lots and lots of research, and then decided to go all in on the other one. But Abby, she was like, no fair, she gets all new. And I was like, but are you like your other subject? She's like, yeah. So I was like, well, your science is,
somebody was getting something new. She thought she did too. Yeah. Like, do you want to start your school year over?
I was like, are you not happy with your math? And she's like, no, don't change my math. I said, okay, well then.
That's why we're having to buy
Yeah.
just certain subjects.
That's why you're only getting 2 different subjects and she's getting a full program
Yeah.
overhaul. But also, like Izzy's, they've been doing history on the video lessons, but they haven't actually even opened the books yet because it's all still review. And she was on lesson, I don't even know, 30 something, and they hadn't even gotten to the books yet. But she was kind of getting bored with, because she's like, when can I open my history book? Because I want to read my history book.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be a good thing. Hopefully we'll have the books in the next day or two. But I mean, I've still got stuff to work on with them until then. But
yeah, my guess is they'll probably ship out tomorrow, and then we'll probably have them Monday.
Monday's a holiday.
Tuesday.
But
Maybe
yeah,
not.
it's actually a little more local to us too than some of the other programs. So
yeah, still a ways, but
yeah,
not close enough we could just like load up and go pick it up. But
no,
I mean,
you had a whole day,
but that takes away a whole day.
Yeah, and we need that.
Dean says now we know who to talk to find out secrets. Yeah, that's when we had Izzy quiet all this time. Now that she's opening up, yep, she's the one. Which actually, she's usually the one good keeping secrets.
Yeah,
she just didn't know that was a secret, because it's not really. We were
saving it for a little bit later.
Save it for a little bit later, but she spilled the beans, and that's fine. So, because we don't have any really big secrets.
No.
Kathy, do you patrol in the county you live? I actually, there's 3 counties that I cover. Generally, sometimes 4 or 5, but usually 3 main ones that I'm covering most of the time.
Yep.
Lynn missed the update about your appointment.
It went well. I don't have to go back and see him unless I have any issues. He said everything structurally is fine. But I don't have any technical restrictions, but I need to be careful in my activity and not do anything that my body doesn't feel comfortable with. And if it causes me any problems, I need to back off. So take a while, some weeks to ease back into activity. I mean, it may take longer than that, but
yeah.
So it was good. Just I'm just having to be careful. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Said my dizzy spells and ringing in my ears occasionally is probably just from fatigue. So
yeah, he says as long as it wasn't prolonged or like persistent, if it's just short spells here and there, that it wasn't anything to be concerned about. Lynn said, what made you homeschool? Multiple things.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of controversy at the public school we have here. A lot of, I guess, controversy between administration and staff. A lot of staff have left.
Good staff have left.
Good staff. It's pretty much turned into a good old boy system. And the
good night, Peggy, and good night, Helen.
So that's a lot of it. And then part of it is Abby struggled in math. We tried to get her help, and they just kept blowing us off like
for 2 years.
She's doing fine. She's doing fine. She's doing fine. And then it's funny because like we would ask for extra help and couldn't get it. And then we knew they were struggling. So like Kimberly was basically having to reteach her all of her math at night because she wasn't getting it at school. And like they have these little star math things where they do, and she'd take one of those when we get it, and it'd be like a terrible, it'd be bad. And so Kimberly called up there and they make some like excuse of why it wasn't, and like they're like, she's gonna be retaking it. Whenever she retake it, she'd ace it somehow.
Every time.
Every time she did that. And it was with different teachers too. So I don't know if they were helping her the second time or what the deal was, but then at the end of the year they were like, well, she could probably get some extra help, and it's be like, we've been trying to get extra help for 2 years.
I actually think it was 3 because that year, and then
First, second, third. Yeah, she's in fifth.
yeah, because it was first, second, and third that we tried to.
Because first she did okay, but because they're
Well, at the very end is when I started.
Yeah, at first they would always blame it on because she went to kindergarten during 2020,
Mhm.
the year that school got cut short, and they tried to blame, well, everybody that started and is struggling, we're trying to get them caught back up.
Yeah.
But I'm like, how many years does it take you to make up for a couple of months that
Yeah.
they missed? And had y'all had better assignments or whatever? Because I mean, a lot of the stuff was a joke that they had them do after that.
Mhm.
And so, like, it was not, it's pretty much they were just doing it to say that they'd done something. It wasn't to educate.
Yeah.
And so she struggled with that. So we did that. And then plus there's just a lot of bullying that goes on. I mean,
So bad.
Abby's small build and everything. And so she would have to deal with that. And there wasn't a whole lot of
Good night, Allie.
help. And then there was one day that a teacher up there jerked her by her backpack.
Yeah.
Went up, had a big thing with them. They claimed they couldn't see anything on the cameras, and so nothing was done with that. And it was just a whole bunch of things that piled up to get it all started. And so we decided to give it a go. First year of it was great. Both the girls liked it. They excelled, and so we just kept on after that.
Yeah, and it's so much less stress and worry on their part too.
Yeah.
Michael said, I thought about getting a couple of geese to put with my chickens to help protect them, but I agree with Kevin. They're noisy. I actually think about getting guineas instead.
Guineas are noisy too, but not as bad as geese.
We do like some guineas.
Yes.
And we don't keep as many as Brandon, so.
No. Neil says handwriting's professionally could have been adopted. Dakota said, I never understood how school could have you for 8 hours and still send you home with work.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree. My thing is, if you can't get it done in that time, why do you expect me to get it done in the 4 hours that I would have them before they have to go to bed? Because let's see, well, they would get out because it'd be like, before it was like 3:15, but by the time you get off work and everything, that's 5.
Mm-hmm.
Get home 5:30. So 6:30, 7:30, 8:30. So roughly 3 to 3.5 hours what you have for the kids to wind down, do whatever you need to do as a family. If they have sports stuff, homework, eat, baths, and all that. And so I'm the same way. Be like, get it done while you got them, or just don't expect it. But now they do all their homework or work at home.
Yeah. Pam said, do the girls participate in town sports? Not our town, but they do participate in soccer.
Yeah, they play soccer.
Which will be ramping up in just
October.
Yeah. Because the games start in October, so probably end of September for practice.
Probably middle, because the draft is the first week of September. The 8th.
8th, okay.
It's the draft.
Shelly said, my friend is homeschooling 5 children. She has her own way of teaching. She has 2 that are special needs children. All are above grade levels. That's awesome.
Yes.
But you can do that whenever you're teaching them at home.
Yeah, because that's, I mean, sometimes like if I have the girls, we'll go in town, like it's around noon, and you get a lot of looks and stuff because people, and they're like, oh, skipping school or whatever. And they're like, we're homeschooling. And then you're like, oh, and I'm just like, I was like, just tell them that you've already got your school done for the day, because most people don't understand that when you don't have all that fluff and you're not having to teach 20-something kids who are all at different places, it doesn't take near as long to get through a school day as a school day. Because like I said, at school, you've got changing classes, recess, lunch, breaks. And I mean, it's just a lot of stuff. Plus, they have designated times that they have to have of instruction, even if they're not doing anything that they still have to have it built in. And so there's a lot of wasted time in a school day when you have 20-something kids you're having to balance it for, than if you just are doing it for 2 kids.
Yep. Neil said, my teachers didn't like me when they asked me where my homework was, and I said at home. Dean said, I don't know about the girls participating in town sports, but they did participate in chicken chasing.
Yes.
Yeah. Trisha said, as a Montessori teacher of 27 years, I completely understand how you feel. Kimberly and Kevin, nails on a chalkboard.
Yep.
Allie said, I homeschooled my eldest son and my younger two went to mainstream. My eldest is so intelligent that my younger two wish they had his knowledge. He can build a computer from scratch. That's awesome.
Yep.
Juno says, we homeschooled our daughter until 3rd grade until we moved to rural Oklahoma and lost our homeschool network.
Yeah. What part of Oklahoma are y'all in, if you don't mind my asking? Is everybody saying good night?
Yep. Alice also said, your kids will learn from you like old school, like we learned. That's how it always was. It's sad the kids are under pressure now.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay. I told you good night.
Oh, good night, Allie.
Let's see. Dean said it was the same problem with my son and his reading. It was the same problem with my son and his reading. I finally just took the bull by the horns and taught him myself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Lynn said that makes sense. I have the same thing. It's like my muscle and ligaments. The exercise hurts. Cut back. Don't do too much. Yeah. Oh,
sight words.
it's the only way to teach reading. He disagreed with teacher did also, but could only do what they would allow her to do. Jessica said she wants guineas, but Justin says no.
Surprising.
They're not bad.
Watch more movies in school than at home. Yeah, I remember those days. If the teacher wasn't feeling good or just didn't, they'd pop a movie in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if that happens as much now, because I think they've got more regulations on, which I don't know for sure.
I don't know.
I wasn't there, and they're kind of secretive.
Yeah, a little bit.
Good night, Pam.
Good night. Juno said, when people scoff when you say they're homeschooled, respond with, yeah, they're the smart kids. That's what we did.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
South of Bristow.
Okay. Dean said they live close to another YouTuber. Okay, they're actually close to Old Pecan.
Okay.
Juno, we actually do have emus. We have 7. Is that right? 7 emus.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing is that they can't be in the electric fence netting for us because they panic. And our chicken pen is electric netting. So.
Yeah.
Katie said, I raised 3 kids in brick and mortar. All 3 had IEPs, fought with schools all the way through, started over when they were high school with my last. Pulled them out of school at 1st grade. I was done fighting the schools.
Yeah.
Yep. Candy said, I'm so glad I don't have children in school this day and time. All my girls went to a Christian private school. Yeah.
We don't have that option here. Like I said, the closest one is like 35 minutes away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't send them.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Might not be bad. But still, that's a long way.
Yeah, every day to drop off and pick up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you didn't work and could, or if we lived closer, that might work. But we like homeschool, though.
Yep, we do.
Works out well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
So let's see. Yeah, what?
They said they have emus, too. Yeah, we love our emus. Raised them all from babies, so.
I'll do that so we can check them out later.
Let's see what else. So yeah, I've talked about the school
Talk about your
changes.
doctor's appointment.
Mm-hmm. Seemed like there was something else we were going to talk about tonight.
Mm-hmm. Talked about the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, moved right across from the school.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much yeah, the dogs. I don't know. But the main thing is figuring out, I don't know, because I saw them down the road, at night one night, but I just saw them away, but they were about a half mile from us.
Dean said they took care of another YouTuber's four-legged animal for a long time. Finally got a fence built and came and got him.
Yeah, because we actually had this problem whenever we lived at one of our old houses where we were raising turkeys to process out for Thanksgiving, and somebody's dog came,
Yeah.
tore into their pen, killed them all. But thankfully, on that, we caught their dog as hostage,
Mm-hmm.
put it in a pen, posted on Facebook, and luckily on that
Actually.
they reached out because they wanted their dog back, and they cut us a check, which we didn't charge for what we would have had.
Mm-hmm.
Because
all the feed and everything we had in them at that
all
point.
the feed and stuff. They got off easy, but at least we got something back for our losses instead of just losing out on everything. Yeah. But I don't know. I realize things happen, but it's just crazy.
Trisha said you should watch Saving Superman. It's a documentary on our school system. It made me angry and sad to what we've done to our educational system.
I'll check that out.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how I feel about emus. They seem very scatterbrained.
They're really not bad unless you get them stirred up, or at night if you have a flashlight.
Yeah,
that wigs them out. They don't do good with flashlights shining around. But for the most part, they're not bad. Like ours, real sweet and gentle. You can go up and pet on them and everything else. And if they get, occasionally we'll have one that gets out, and they're pretty easy to put back in. The only thing is if it's at night, not so much.
Yep. Yeah, they.
Hey, Gail.
One of them, I didn't look to see who it was, which one of them, because I was just in the process of feeding. But the feed barrel that's right by the fence that they're in, it has, for the last 2 nights when I've been feeding, I've opened the feed barrel to dip out a scoop of feed, and it starts eating directly from the barrel, sticking its head through the fence. It's been funny. It's probably Zippy.
Gail made it. Said,
hey, Gail.
Just can't stay awake anymore. She made it. Hope y'all are doing well.
Yep. Connie said, sad to say some Christian schools are infected with secular teaching.
Yes. Camels.
Oh, wow. I have camels. Oh, don't show Abby.
You have baby camels?
She loves camels.
Yes.
Said, emus are easygoing. Camels are another story. I have a black eye from our male camel now. My word. Trisha said, nobody's scatterbrained as Badger on Eddie Farms.
Yeah.
He's funny. He's pretty sweet in person, too.
Yes. Yep, Abby's all about some camels.
Yeah.
Especially baby camels.
Guess the cats are by the front door.
There's Cindy said, good evening, trying to get back into the groove of watching YouTubers. Well, thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, glad you joined us.
We're getting close to winding down, but
yeah, I'm getting a little sleepy.
Yep.
I'm gonna go work tomorrow.
Just a half day though.
Yes, thank goodness it's just a half day.
Half day at your job.
Yeah.
I've got a lot more work planned for when she gets off.
Well, we've come up with a list of what we need to get done, so
we need to make a road trip. They raise, I'm guessing, camels.
Yeah, Dean said Abby would like that big old camel. I love camels, but I think plain old cows are my favorite.
Connie says, as a retired person, I sit here telling younger ones good night. I can sleep late tomorrow. Oh, that must be nice.
Yeah.
Oh, camels and baby highlands.
Oh.
Hey, shoot us an email if you don't mind. It's in our description.
Yeah.
I think it's either in the description or on the main page. I don't
Got
remember which.
one of Abby's favorite things and one of
Yeah.
Izzy's favorite things.
Let me look.
Izzy already informed me that for her birthday cake this year, I have to make a Highland themed birthday cake.
Yeah, it's in the description if you don't mind. Because I saved your page to check it out. Planning a trip out west and south.
Campgrounds our way.
What kind of campground are you looking for? Like a core park or a state park or any kind of park?
Meg said, been working on another video. Got a little chilly here last night. So not ready for fall.
It's not chilly here.
No, not
at all. Not even at night.
That's another thing that we've been dealing with is this heat, because having to work around it is a little tough. Shelly said, actually watch Eddie Farm every day. I started watching when they were making flags. Kaysen is so fascinating.
Yeah.
That little guy is awesome.
Yeah, their whole family's great.
Mm-hmm. Katie said, I'm expecting to work into retirement age as the economy is so bad and I care for my disabled husband.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we love that family. Bobetta said, 3 of my grandkids go to private Christian school. Only problem is one of them has his mom as a teacher, then their dad is the principal and basketball coach, one of them.
Our kid's mom is their teacher too, and their dad's their principal, and last year I was their soccer coach.
Yeah.
Assistant soccer coach.
Mm-hmm.
Completely different than if we were in an actual school setting, though.
Yes. Oklahoma school superintendent was trying to mandate teaching from the Bible, but I'm not sure they're qualified to teach my kids from the Bible.
I understand that.
Yeah. Dean said he's looking forward to Meg harvesting her pumpkins. And Neil said he's president of the Captain Kaysen Fan Club.
Yeah. President and founder.
Yep.
Can't leave out that part.
But this guy's one of his best friends, so.
It's just because Neil hasn't come to see him yet.
Yeah. Oh, Abby was, we were in the store yesterday, and she's like, I really want to go to London. And I was like, why? And she said, to see Neil.
Yeah.
She's like, I want to meet Neil.
Yeah, so she will probably be trying to get a passport soon.
She absolutely loved that live, though.
Yes.
We did too, but she definitely, she liked it.
Yeah, she sat there and listened to the whole thing of the tour.
Yeah, that was cool.
She liked your accent.
Yes, she did.
Yes.
And then Izzy, she's still wrapping her head around the fact that, people from all over the world can, watch our stuff, because she was like, she said, where is he from again? And we told her, and she's like, really? And she just thought that was the coolest thing ever, that she got to, watch the whole trip unfold and all the different things, the landscape and the buildings and all that.
Yeah. Just a campground. There's Pettigene State Park, which has campgrounds.
It's beautiful.
Yes, very nice. And then if you want towards Conway, because I think that's the area you said before that y'all's family was over that way. There's a core park that's right on the Arkansas River at Toadsuck. And those are probably two of the better places I would stay, because the Pettigene's just really nice. They've got the lodge and stuff up there. But if you want to be close to town, the one at Toadsuck is just right across the river from Conway.
It looks pretty nice too.
Yeah. And then there's one north of maybe Woolly Hollow or something like that.
Oh yeah, I
It's
hear
like
about that.
north of Conway or northwest of Conway, I think. I'm not sure on it. I've never been there, but I've just heard people talking about it.
Lynn said, "Totally enjoy your channel. It's therapy for me. Thanks for your lives.
Well, thank you.
Glad you join us." Neil said he gave Kason the nickname a couple of years ago. Dean said he should have dropped Neil off in Oklahoma instead of taking him back to the UK.
Yep.
Neil said, "I bet she loved all the birds at the end." Babetta said, "Very proud of how they're learning and becoming very nice kids."
Thank you.
Yep. Meg said, "Just went and turned the sprinklers
wow.
on the pumpkin patch and the raised beds. Going to be dipping down in the 30s again tonight."
Goodness.
Wow. Not anywhere close here.
Nope. Like today it was, well, on my truck it showed it was over 100. I don't know if that's actually what it was or not. Because one thing we did today when we ran to town is I saw where a farmer posted they had deer corn available, which I don't know what the difference between deer corn and regular corn is, other than most places charge extra for deer corn. But this was fresh out of the field. Like the guy, he was filling them up there out of a little grain buggy cart. And he'd ran out. He's like, "The combine's sitting right over there in the field, and I got to fill it up. Do y'all have time to wait?" And he's like, "Absolutely." So then the girls got to see that, and they had like land planes, smoothing out land, I guess, where they'd plowed up some stuff. And it was neat, but it was a good price on the corn. And y'all will get to see that soon in the video, us going out and feeding the deer, so that maybe this fall we can actually harvest a deer.
That'd be great. Candy said, "Good night, y'all, and God bless everyone. Everyone have a blessed Friday and holiday weekend. Roll Tide, ready for college football weekend." Good night.
Yep, good night. Dean, you're crazy.
I love it.
I do wish I was there though, because like I said, that's one place when we were in Florida last, I was like, we need to go to Otter Creek, because I watched some of the mess they had, but we didn't make it.
Yeah. Babetta said, "I was in law enforcement for 26 years, first female police officer in my town."
Yeah, you told us that before.
Yeah.
What town was that again? I forgot. I think you told us last time. And if you didn't and you don't want to say it, that's fine. I just was thinking that you said and I couldn't remember.
Yeah. Ellie said, "Had to stay awake just to share this, guys. Josh sitting farming. He has one goose. Hey, I'll welcome you here if you want to come to the UK." She wants to go to Wookie Hollow.
Yeah.
That's cool. Meg said, "I'm looking forward to harvesting some pumpkins as well. Just need to find a way to keep the voles from eating them all."
Yeah.
Juno Acres Homestead. The waterfall at Pettigene is beautiful. We camped there a few years ago and loved it. Yep, it is gorgeous.
Oh, there's Susie. Hey, Susie.
Hey. Everything's going pretty good. No, the shed is not finished.
Nope, the floor is all we've gotten done, because I had to go back to work, and then we had a little bit of weather stuff and just working around that.
Yep.
Ozark Cafe in Jasper, Arkansas has the best breakfast. I've never been there.
No, I think we've
that cafe.
I think we've seen a sign or something before.
Yeah. I mean, we've been through Jasper, because that's where we got part of the large black hogs that we had years ago.
Neil said, "If you plant deer corn, can you grow your own deer?"
That'd be nice.
Meg said, I'm in East Idaho. We're getting a taste of fall up here.
Yep, not here. Which is supposed to cool off next week, but it's like still in the 80s. So that's our cool front.
Yeah.
But it's still better than 100.
Yeah. Gail said, good deal. We're going to try to make it to the mini Oki my birthday weekend. We will see.
Yep. We will be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shelly knows.
Yep. Shelly, that's how I don't even know. It just showed up on my feed one day, and with all the controversy, I got hooked for a little while. I haven't seen it in a while, but just haven't had time because it's hard keeping up with everybody I actually know. So
Connie said, here hunters are not allowed to feed deer in order to lure them in.
you're allowed to here. I mean, unless they've changed it this year, but in the past I always have. There's certain like birds that you can't hunt over feed, but deer, I don't think that's an issue. Or if it is, and I just said that, we're not really doing that.
Yeah.
But I can't see if they'd call it deer corn if you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Like I said, I know there are some ales you can't, but unless they changed it this year, you still can.
Yeah. There's a bunch of people already doing it, so.
Yeah. Which last year we didn't get anything anyhow, so.
No.
In the 30s is good sleeping weather. No.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, I don't want it that cold yet, but I wouldn't mind some like 80s in the daytime and 60s at night. Jessica said they have a deer feed that holds 225 pounds of corn. It's an extra one if y'all would like it. I don't know. Let us think about that because I'm not. Last year we just scattered some around on the ground and it worked pretty good, but I don't know.
Yeah. Gail said, love waterfalls.
Yeah, there are. Heather Jean does have a nice one.
Takes a little bit of hiking, but let's see. Edward said, I saw a few of Brandon's old videos. Saw one where he was in a car chase down a private road. Looks scary. Have you been in a car chase? We need to keep you guys in our prayers.
Yep, many of them,
yeah.
Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, Dakota. 69 in Wisconsin.
Wow. Shelly said you got to catch up. A lot of crazy going on. I guess on that channel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to skim it because, like I said, which I did have it popped up the other day like a thumbnail with the stuff, but I just didn't have time to do it. But I'm so far behind, I'd have to go back and at least skim and see what's going on. But yeah, I don't even know how it popped up the first time, but it caught my attention. Kimberly was like, "Meh." She's like, "You're watching them again?" I was like,
it got a little.
I was
though.
like, it's interesting what's going on in this town. Is the main
crazy
thing.
It is, yeah. Let's see.
Dean, yes, I have. Only a couple times. It wasn't bad though. I mean, it turned out okay. It wasn't real crazy. Private property to hunt over. Okay. Works for me.
Meg said, I need around 60 in my bedroom to sleep, otherwise I get too hot.
Yeah, we set ours down on
66.
Occasionally 65. Just depends on how it feels. Because I like it to be cold and cover up.
Yep.
I don't like to be hot.
Jessica said, you set it to throw in the morning and evening.
Okay.
That's cool.
Good night, Juno.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, we appreciate it.
Connie said, I wish hunters could harvest more deer. Deer cause so many accidents. Plus, we have the wasting disease in the deer.
Yeah, we do. It's around here. I don't know if it's here yet, but it's in the counties around us anyhow. But
yeah. Beverly, I think you and Brandon look like brothers. Of course, you're the younger one.
Yeah, that's funny because we're only 2 years difference in
Yeah.
age.
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't hold up as well.
Dean said, "Y'all both look older than him."
If you add our ages together, maybe. I'm kidding.
Oh, mercy.
Yeah. Well, we still have stuff to do to get ready
Yeah.
for tomorrow, so I think we're about to call it. Oh, they said there's on 62 at
Oh,
night. Oh, that would be nice at night, but getting up in the morning would be way too hard.
I would have to have extra blankets.
Because
At
she
62.
she about freezes getting up when it's 66.
I have a foot warmer on at night because my feet get cold,
Not
and I
me.
can't sleep if my feet get cold.
Hey,
So-
Wanda. It's okay, Beverly. At least you said I was the younger one. We won't tell Brandon. Maybe. I may have to rub it in. But yeah, we're going to call it a night. We appreciate all y'all stopping in and hanging out with us, and have some more videos coming out probably tomorrow and Sunday. If not, then it might be Saturday and Monday.
Yeah.
Just depends on how it falls.
Yeah, we'll see how
tomorrow goes.
Yep.
But we appreciate y'all, and we'll catch y'all next time.
Bye, guys.